They've gone from somewhat rare to a crisis in Afghanistan.
Obviously, we've been watching with deep concern these so-called green-on-blue attacks.
What the Pentagon now calls insider attacks. Afghan security forces turning their weapons on their Western trainers. There were 21 such attacks all of last year. So far this year, there have been 32, with 10 Americans killed in just the last 2 weeks. Pentagon officials have settled on two main explanations for the jump: Taliban infiltration and a U.S.-Afghan culture clash. Whatever the reason, one expert who studies the Afghan forces says the effect on the training mission that's vital to the American pullout is clear.
It is certainly degrades trust and makes it much more difficult to operate effectively and to pass on information and to train, because it's hard to train or be trained by people you don't trust.
The coalition's been vetting Afghan recruits in a bid to weed out Taliban sympathizers.
We're doing forensics on the particular instances that occur in order to make sure, how that process, that vetting process operated and what we can do to improve it.
Joint Chiefs Chairman Martin Dempsey went to Afghanistan after the latest incident to talk with American and Afghan commanders about the jump. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta called Afghan President Hamid Karzai over the weekend to do the same, and President Obama says he'll follow suit.
And I'll be reaching out to President Karzai as well, because we've got to make sure that we're on top of this.
Experts are afraid the shootings will cause more mistrust between coalition and Afghan forces, and fear what will happen if international troops are no longer comfortable working side by side with the Afghans.
I'm concerned that if it continues, we'll change our training approach in ways that are more focused on force protection than they are on getting the Afghan forces to a level of capability that we feel comfortable leaving them with.
There are fears here as well that the problem might get worse as more U.S. forces shift into advisory roles. For now, they're being told to carry loaded weapons at all times, even on bases, to protect against more insider attacks. Sagar Meghani, Associated Press, The Pentagon.